spark ignites, it starts to burn. Through endless realms, no way to return. From crimson skies to wastelands torn. Myth and legend where stars are born. A million paths collide in the haze. Echoes of heroes lost in the maze. Planes walk in the multiverse. Through chaos and time we immerse. Legends rise and fade like sparks. Across the void we leave our marks.
They added like 3 times the amount of weaponry available in this vault. So they set it up so that the tensions would be very high. And then at the same time, there was a parallel cloning project that was going on, focused on, obviously, can you guess the name of the guy it was focused on?
Gary!
Yeah, you got it, buddy. You got it. So each of the Garys was grown in a lab, and there was some kind of defect in them that made Garys immediately hostile to anybody who wasn't a clone. And
Right.
they just kept making them. So they made like 50 some odd Garys to the point where their observation rooms were overcrowded with them. So what happened was, as they go along, they dealt with escalating violence. So somewhere up in the mid 50s, one of the Garys actually injured one of the doctors. So they started talking about destroying the extra clones to make room for further tests, and they basically just obviously treated the Garys as completely disposable. So you've got like, yeah, I know, it's honestly, it's insane. Like, it's, I would say that it's kind of impossible to think about the fact that there would be scientists willing to do this, but there are people who are missing fundamental parts of their humanity.
Whispers crawl through the cracks like spiders in the dark. Secrets slither, shadows dance, they leave a bitter mark. Lies wrapped tight like silk spun thin, choke in the morning air. The truth you chase, it runs away, hiding where you dare. In the heat of the night, where the fire burns cold, the answers you seek are stories untold, shaped by the light.
Listen. After everybody calms the fuck down.
Is anybody alive coming out of the movie theater? Or just dead people?
Just blood and body parts.
All right, well, I'm going to try to go in again. And if I go back in time, I'm going to shoot the lock a few more times and see if it works.
All right, yeah, throw me a d20.
I've got a 3.
So you go in, and this time the force is more pronounced. It's more pronounced. It flings you back around a minute later. So you can feel the whiplash. More, it hits your neck, it hits your back. It's like you're almost trying to go through plexiglass. And the people going in, you're in the situation, you're just coming around the front, and people are going in, the door is closing. A minute later, the whole thing happens all over again.
Can I try to run in and get in there before the door closes and just force my way through? Or am I too late?
Yeah, it's too late. So it flings you back the moment that you're coming back around.
All right,
Boom, boom, let the hollow idols fall.
our members deserve much better than we know about Tilly Norwood, and we're heavily monitoring the situation. Like, you guys are unfucking believable. You know that. You're supposed to fight on behalf of us. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be representing everybody here. I realize you can't have a crystal ball and you can't think 20 steps ahead. But you're supposed to have that clairvoyancy. You're supposed to think somewhat ahead. That's the whole fucking point. That's the whole point. You're supposed to foresee of problems in the future and try to stop them. That's why you have a collective bargaining agreement. That's why you went back and forth with the studios. That's why it was one of the longest acting strikes in history.
This is the LP shop, doors are open wide, so come on inside. Find a little piece of history and come alive, turn it up, let your story spin. Every scratch, every song pulls you back in. At the LP shop, doors are open wide.
As a kid, learning to play guitar, I used to put the album on, not this album. There's a Fraley's Comet. It's called Live Plus One, and he opens with this song. And I used to learn. I would try and figure it out and play along to the album. I loved this song. And my buddy, who was a drummer, who I still keep in contact with, he learned all the drum parts on this song as well, with that drum solo in the middle.
So I'm guessing you're like a big fan of the song. Tell just let's go into it. What did you like about the song?
Well, I mean, of course, first off, it's guitar driven.
Yeah.
Vocally, Ace doesn't push any barriers.
No.
But he's got a certain execution and a way he enunciates and the way he sings that I've always been attracted to. He's not the greatest singer in the world.
No.
I don't think he ever claimed to be. But there's just something cool.
The cabman and his crew, paint on my face, just a move. We are Yu-Gi-Oh Club for life, mark it on my skin, that sign, from the campfire glow at night to the screen right in your eyes. Original stories, wild and true, you can feel them cut right through, bring that spark straight to you, every drop, every view. Must see TV, join the tribe, cross the line, YouTube Club for life. Say the word, you're inside. Must see TV, from the cave to the timeline, YouTube Club for life. Raise your hand, that's the sign. That's the sign. Once you're in, that's it. I'm the banner we lift. Whole world watching this. Must see TV. Join the tribe, cross the line. You're your club for life. Hey. Say the word, you're inside. Must see TV. From the cave to the timeline. You're your club for life. Hey. Once you're in, I'll get them for life. Call it out. Hey. I'll go, never doubt. I'll go, side by side. Hey. You get club for life. For life. For life. Hey. Must see TV. Join the tribe. Cross the line. You get club for life. Hey. Say the word. You're inside. Must see TV. From the cave to the timeline. You get club for life. Hey. Once you're in, you're in for life.
Get ready, it's the final countdown. Hold tight, the spotlight's shining bright. We're gonna take flight. From the screens to the stage, it's a wild show. Counting down the top 10, feel that energy flow. The caveman's in charge, and it's time to explode. One more, one, let's celebrate the best. From glam to the glam, we're putting it to the test. Hollywood dreams, we'll put 'em to the score. With the top 10 countdown, ready for more.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a brand new episode of Final Countdown Top 10 Hated YouTubers. That's right. That's right. We were going to do best YouTubers, but I know you sick people. You don't like me talking about good things. You like me talking about the shit of the shit. You guys are messed up and sick, but I love you guys all the same. Mwah. And today we have Crimson in the house. Say hello, Crimson. I can't hear you.
Hello.
Hello, Crimson. So I hear we have a growl to give out. So we're gonna do that, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So the growl is
Jonathan Lotz.
Jonathan Lotz, you are a crazy man. From me to you, you got a great big bad caveman. And of course, if you guys want to growl coming up in the future, all you have to do is interact on these episodes any way you want. You can react, you can comment, you can leave a like, you can give me a frowny face emoji, give me a heart emoji, you can send me an almond milk emoji. What would that look like? I don't know, Crimson.
I don't think there's an almond milk emoji.
How about pistachio milk emoji?
I don't know how you'd represent that. It would just be a milk carton with a pistachio on it.
Yeah. That works. That works. And every like brand is like a different like emotion, right? Chocolate would be happy, right? Strawberry would be excited, I guess.
Yeah,
right?
I suppose.
So let us know down below. Come on, Facebook and everywhere you're watching this, give us milk emojis. But coming in at number 9, wait, hold on. That's 10. Okay, coming in at number. Wait, okay, hold on. Coming in. This hurts. This hurt. Okay. Okay. Coming in at Wait, hold on. Is that right? Okay. 4, 5. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Coming in. Coming in at number 9 is the nitpicking nerds. Now, it is one thing to not like a card. And of course, for all you people that don't know who the nitpicking nerds are, they are a Magic the Gathering YouTube channel that do deep dives on cards. They do card analysis. They talk about the Commander format a lot, since it's one of the most popular formats at the time. For those of you that don't know what a Commander format is, it's Singleton. It's our Singleton format that we play with. 100 cards. Well, 99 plus. Anyway, that's going in the weeds, but essentially, that's what Commander is. It's a Singleton format. It's one thing. It's one thing to say you don't like a card. It's one thing that if you're like, I don't like this card for whatever reason. It is a complete another thing to misrepresent a card and what it actually does. And the biggest crime of the nitpicking nerds, they do that. They do this quite often. That's their crime. I think it's bad faith to do that. I really, really do. Especially to new players that don't even know what these cards do. And I have some examples for you guys, what I'm talking about. I have some examples. So, Sensei's Divining Top is it's a card. So for non-Magic players, I'm going to kind of simplify this. It's 1 mana, and for those of you that know what a mana is, good for you. And the people that don't know what a mana is, that's our resource system. So everything in Magic the Gathering uses resources. They're called lands. And we shorthand this by saying mana. All right? So it uses 1 generic mana. It's generic. That means it has no color identity. For those of you that don't know, color identity is kind of a big thing in Magic the Gathering. So it's 1 generic mana. What does it do? Tap a land. And tapping a land simply means that you turn it vertically. You turn it on its side to represent its tap, its use, because it's meant to, it's meant for Crimson. You're a wizard, you're tapping power, you're tapping energy to use something. Tap it. Look at the first 3 cards of your library. Organize them. Organize the top 3 in any order. That means you look at the top 3, you put it back in any order. Tap the top, put the top, draw a card, but in exchange, you have to put the top back on top of your library. That's what it does. It goes in any deck. Any deck. Any deck loves this card. It is a staple for a lot of these commander decks. Card draw and card selection. I don't know if you know this, Crimson. It's kind of a big deal in a lot of these card games. Kind of a big deal. And this, using only 1 mana, is, as we like to say, busted. It is busted. Right? Because you just tap 1, look at top 3. Okay, I want that one. Put it on this way. Okay, tap the top, drop that card. It's kind of sick and ridiculous. That's what it does. It is over 65, I believe. $75 at this point. I have it in one of my decks. I pulled it. I didn't pay for it. I pulled it. But that's what it does. That's what it does. When you go over to the Nitpicking Nerds channel, this is on one of their most overrated analyses. They have they had a video, the most overrated cards, and that's on there because one of the hosts saw this in a game, and he admitted that. He goes, every time I see this used in a game, it does nothing. And it's clunky, it's all this kind of stuff. The player just sits there and does this. All right, let me explain something to you. That's not the same as a card being overrated. That's just the player not knowing how to play the card. It happens all the time. Even in Dungeons and Dragons. Right? Crimson, you have a campaign right now. It's completely a different thing when a player doesn't know how to use an ability, right? Mm-hmm. And you're like, oh, this ability is overrated. But no, it's not. You just don't know how to cast the spell, right? Mm-hmm. But that's completely different than saying that spell is overrated, right?
Yeah.
That's like somebody saying Fireball is overrated. It is overrated if you don't know how to cast the spell, and if you don't communicate with players, because the players are going to get blasted by the fireball. But that doesn't mean, you know what I mean? It's an overrated spell, right? It's a very good spell. Wizards use it all the time. Mm-hmm. You just don't know how to cast the spell. But that's different. That's much different. Sensei's Dividing Top is not overrated at all. It is efficient. It's broken. It's only one generic mana. Calling a card overrated and clunky, that's not... Clunky is like if something costs like 6-7 mana. That's clunky. It better do something. It better win you the game at that point. It better win you the fucking game. Another example. There's a creature called Grave Titan. It's 4 generic and 2 black. It has Death Touch. And it reads, every time Grave Titan enters the field or attacks, it makes 2/2/2 zombie creature tokens. Yes. Every time it attacks or enters the field. There's busted things that people do with this card. Blinking is one. So blinking is a shorthand for a card being removed from play and coming back. Right? It's just that shorthand because it blinks. We call it exiling as well. When a card leaves the battlefield and comes back due to an ability. That's called exiling. That's called blinking as well. If remember what I said, every time this card enters the field, it creates 2/2/2 zombie creature tokens. Doing that, if you can do that 2 times, or 3, or 4, how many zombies is that? Grace, how many zombies is that, Crimson?
I'm not sure.
So, remember, each time it enters or attacks, it makes 2/2/2 zombies, right? So it makes 2 of them. So that's 2, 4, 8, 12. So it makes, if you do that 6 times, it'll make 12 or a bajillion zombies. Okay? But when you hear the nitpicking nerds read the card, so they often will say people don't understand what this card does. When it enters, it only makes the tokens. When it attacks, it only makes the tokens. And that's it. Only makes it once. But that's not what the card does at all. It reads every time it enters and attacks. So each time that Grave Titan attacks, it makes zombies. Each time it enters, it makes zombies. It doesn't only do that once, it does that for as long as the creature is in play until you remove it. That's what the card does. That's what the card does. But to hear the nitpicking nerds say it, and when you read the card, it's like you're watching two different things happen. Like somebody misrepresenting and reading the card to what the card actually does. And they do this all the time. Because they're meta and the people that they play with, it's few. Like I'm guessing it's only 2 to 3 to 4 people that they play with. But that's misevaluating what a card actually does in the global meta. When you're playing with 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, or if you have like 12 people that you play with all the time, you'll see this play out really. You'll see this play out different every time you play these cards, right? If you play with like 4 people, you may like, this is too fast for my meta. This is too slow for what my play group plays with, and that's totally fair. That's like totally fair. But you have a channel, right? And you're reaching out, and you're touching all these different Magic players. And you're touching players that don't know how to play the game yet, right? And you're telling them 2 completely different realities, right? Oh, Sensei's dividing top doesn't do anything, and every time I see it, it's clunky and it just sits there. Okay, but that's you. That's not what the card does. That's not the reality of the card itself. I would just say to that person that he didn't know how to play the card right. And that happens. That happens all the time. Crimson, it happens all the time in D&D as well, right? When people don't know how to cast spells properly, or they don't think of, there's like a lot of shit going on, right? Yeah. There's a lot of shit going on. And then it's only after the fact, I should have done this, I should have done this, and should have done this. It happens all the time. I'm sure, Crimson, you have to sit there. Sometimes you're like, no, that's not how the spell actually works. It works like this, right? Yeah. Same premise here. You're having a bunch of guys or girls or guys talking about stuff that's not reality. There's no basis for reality here. Grave Titan makes zombies every time it enters and it attacks. That's what it does. It doesn't do that once, it does that all the time. It says it on the card. And I'm fucking blind and I know this. I can't see shit. The top, simple. Tap 1 land, look at 3. Put it back in any order you want. Oh, it's a removal spell. Oh, it's a counter spell. Oh, it's more land. Oh, it's a creature I wanted. I'll put the creature on top. Tap the top. Draw that creature. Put the top back. Draw the top again. Guess what? Grayson, you can do that again. Because it only costs... oh, fuck. No, I'm sorry, Crimson. I'm sorry. You can do that multiple times. Stop misrepresenting cards and what they actually do. You have a responsibility. You have a responsibility on the channel, on your YouTube channel, to give accurate analyses on cards.
Yeah.
If I'm making any sense. You have that responsibility, you know?
Yeah, it's a responsibility of, like, you know, to keep people informed properly.
Yeah. Exactly. It's right there. Reread it. It's not like the text is hitting on a lot of this stuff. Also, they like to use this term all the time. Spells are clunky. I'm not sure you know what clunky means. If a spell is 1 mana, like the top, it's not clunky. If a spell costs 8 mana and doesn't win you the game, and it's very expensive to draw cards or add a creature or whatever, that's clunky. And for all those reasons, the nitpicking nerds sit at number 9. And that's their biggest crime. They mislead and they misrepresent what cards actually do. So that's their crime. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Do you agree? Do you not agree? Let me know. Sorry for all that magic stuff, but I hope you were educated. We will see you tonight, right, Crimson? For a brand new episode of The Captain's Chair. So until then, take care, be safe, be well, and we love you all. 18,000 plus, and a club for life. Peace.
From cinema magic
Bye, guys.
to the heart-pounding thrill. We're shaming the worst. Get ready for the chill. These moments in time.